Well, hello there, and welcome to our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind, with Z and Roderick, inspired by our life experiences, where we share our loves of movies, TV series, books, and video games, and also get real with our thoughts on all things concerning life and faith. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify. Hit the subscribe, follow, or sign up button so you don't miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind with Roderick and Z.
Hey
Hey,
guys.
dude.
Hey.
Hey, it's just us today. We
Woo.
haven't had just us
Yeah,
in a couple of episodes, so it's
it's
just
been a
us
minute.
today. It's been a minute, and with this episode, we're taking you on a walk down memory lane, the Odyssey reunion. If you listened to our last season, the previous episode that had a walk down memory lane, which was we're taking you on our journey of a play we did in the summer last year called the Odyssey. Now this time we're taking you on the Odyssey reunion, which
Yeah.
we just had last weekend.
Oh, it's almost a week ago. Wow.
I know,
In
almost.
6 days. Goodness.
Oh, I know. Oh my god, yeah,
Time
today
just
is Friday.
flies.
Almost. It's almost a week. So how was that reunion for you? How was it being back in the
It felt really
theater?
nice. It felt really
Right?
nice to be honest. Because like I like the whole red carpet feel that they had at the start, so that was really nice.
We
The
felt
first
like
red carpet
celebrities.
experience.
Yeah, we felt
Yeah.
like celebrities when I know I did. When I walk in the red carpet, I'm like, "Oh, take a picture, thank you."
I had to.
We just had to. Um, I think being back because I know during the play I had a lot going on at the time, so obviously I wasn't able to I guess kind of take everything in, the emotions and the feeling, what was basically just happening, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be performing on the Olivier stage. Basically, is that like the biggest stage in the theater? I think it said.
Yeah, it's the biggest one in the
Yeah, the
National
biggest
Theatre,
one,
yeah.
right?
Which is
Um,
really cool.
I
I
know.
actually didn't know that until someone said it.
Yeah. So I wasn't able to take in the whole experience. And I remember when the play was done, it was like I had just dropped something. It felt like I was carrying a weight on my shoulder and then I dropped it and then I was fine. So being at the reunion, being in the same place, seeing some of the cast again and the crew and the director, it was so
Yeah.
emotional.
You just feel it all at once. It's really nice.
There was this feeling, there was a lot of emotions. I didn't know how to, I
Yeah.
think at some point I started to tear up and I just said, I need a
I
minute.
was fully locked in with the documentary, so I was like, yeah, no more no distractions. I
That
was like,
documentary, though,
this was it. Yeah.
that was so beautiful. I'm happy we're gonna get to have it on the NT Live website. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Like we're gonna get. I think it's our own like the Odyssey's own website. I think,
Yeah. No?
yeah, which is
No, I
really
don't
cool.
think so. No.
Isn't it?
Is it? No, I think
I
it's
think
good.
so.
I
It
think
sounded like it.
no. I think it was said it's going on the NT website, the live website, the one
Ah,
where you can watch the shows basically. Because you know,
okay.
they tend to have some of the plays in the cinema. So I think that's
Oh,
where
right. Okay.
it's going. So the documentary and our play. How
Oh,
cool
we can watch it
is
anytime
that?
then. That's cool.
Like how cool I can't wait. I really can't wait to be
Ooh.
able to share it. Like, look, I was in this play and how did it feel watching yourself on screen?
It feels different
Mm-hmm.
when I record it myself,
Mm-hmm.
because then I can like cut some stuff out, like re-record it. But when
Yeah.
someone else is recording it, it's like, oh God, I don't know how I feel. It's good though. It's nice
Yeah.
to see myself on the screen. That's
Yeah.
nice. But still, I don't know.
Mm.
It's a bit, it's a bit 50-50
I think I'm with
with
you
me
on
in it.
that because I felt weird just staring at myself. It didn't feel like me.
Yeah.
I was looking at my scene and going, is that actually me? And I remember
Yeah.
speaking to Emily, the director, and she goes, what did you think? Did you see yourself? And I go, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it really was a very weird feeling. And I remember thinking, hmm, this is really cool. Should I do more of this?
Right? Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
thing. It's like you want to deviate for a little while and just go into that
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. I think it was like a out of body experience of some sort. Because I know looking at it, that's me, but it didn't feel like me at the same time.
Yeah.
Did
Because like
you?
for me, it's like it's like I can't believe I remembered all my lines. That's it. That's the feeling I had.
I think you did better than me.
No, I
Obviously,
don't think
you
so.
didn't. No, I think in sense of like you said, you remembered all your lines.
Yeah,
I think to be fair, I did have an excuse at opening nights because I was a bit under the weather. So obviously I was migraine and then having to be on stage to perform. There's that moment of like I'm not even hearing what someone else is saying, and
right.
then I'm
Yeah.
repeating a line that's not even mine because I'm
Because I
trying.
actually still wonder how you memorized that long line you had. Which is like,
I
yeah,
still even remember it.
yeah, you probably
You
don't.
should have. No, I think you should have seen it when the war in Troy was raging. Rushed off our
Yeah.
feet, had them
See,
queuing
you
half
got it.
of the stick
I don't remember
together.
any of my
I
lines.
still, I still, I'm a visual learner, so as
Ah,
long as I keep seeing the words, it's
oh
easy.
wow.
I can keep grasping it, and then it
See, for
sticks.
me, I have to write it down like constantly. I'm the
Oh,
same, but like I
you?
write it down over, yeah, over
No.
and over.
I
Yeah,
think the more I say it, the more I actually forget. So if I've got it
yeah,
down, that's it. No more. Like, stop repeating it.
yeah.
You've got it. That's it.
If you
And
keep saying it, then most
then you
likely
forget. Yeah,
you'll
you
be too
mess up.
nervous to actually remember.
And I
Yeah, you'll
think
be too anxious.
yeah, I think that's what happened to me on opening nights, being under the weather and being nervous and just shaking. That I, all my performance for that night, aside from the not the Kaylee, the scene before the Kaylee scene.
Oh my God, the Kaylee. I'm surprised that we all stayed orderly like that. Cause I saw it on the screen, like
It
we
was
looked
good.
so
We were all
crowded
in
and
sync.
mashed up. Like,
We
yeah, but yeah, it
were
worked
so
out.
in
That's
sync.
amazing.
We were really in sync, and it worked out so well. We did that scene, which I think that was the biggest scene, right? The party scene.
I think the gods of Olympus is.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
maybe is
That's
it?
what I
Oh, it's the
mean.
same.
Yeah, the scene
Yeah,
before the Kaylee is basically all
yeah,
in there.
it's
But
all in there.
that was the biggest one, and we're all on
Yeah, that's the
stage.
biggest.
Every single person was on stage, and then we
Yeah,
had the storm as well. And
everyone was all in
because yeah,
sync, which is amazing.
we had to leave in between the storm to go get ready because we're coming up the next
Yeah,
scene.
I didn't even see us leave, which is incredible.
Because we're at that's why they kept us at the back.
Yeah, which is
So
incredible.
that
But
no
like
one
the
so that
lighting is just
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So that no one will notice anybody, walking off the side like,
Yeah,
gotta leave.
it's just cool.
And it's so
It's
beautiful
creative.
because we're watching it thinking, oh yeah, this was performed on stage. It didn't look like a
Yeah,
stage performance,
facts. It
right?
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Like we're all in sync. Like there's
Mhm.
not literally no one making a mistake. Like the whole thing, which is incredible.
With
It's not
it,
easy to get that,
which is not
especially
even,
in a big company.
yeah. And
Yeah,
we aced it. We got a standing ovation every night, which
that's
was
cool. That's so cool.
huge, like
Yeah,
massively. And I think
it's quite hard to ignore like the audience because we were told to ignore the audience and just
basically, but
do our thing. Because it's really hard to do that though. That's
to
the
be
thing.
fair, I think they're there, but it was more of like a how will I put it? It felt like, when you're on the streets, when you're just, you're moving.
Yeah,
Obviously, people are around you, but you're not paying attention to them.
yeah, yeah.
That was what it was like for me. I know they were right there. And obviously, like the time, I think it was the first night, my family was right. My friends that came and my sister were right in
That's the
front.
thing. They're right in the front
So
as
I can
well.
see them.
Yeah,
Obviously, I was making sure. I think that was also another thing that added to my nerves that first opening night. But it was to make
yeah,
sure. After that, it was like I kept telling myself, I was like, "You've got this. You're gonna be good. Stop, being in your head. Get out of your head, and you got this."
yeah.
And then I didn't
You
mess
got
up.
this.
I didn't mess. I didn't mess up throughout the rest of the performances. I did good. So
Yeah,
I was very proud, proud of myself with that. I like your line. There's a way you delivered it as you were moving.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It felt so
It's
powerful.
really. I feel like it's really hard to say a line and move at the same
And
time.
move and say, but you
I'm
did it.
surprised that Yeah, it's really hard to do it
You
though.
did. Like I saw that too. I was like, I've seen it. Obviously, when we rehearsal together, we're in the same scene. So I've watched you with that line, but you did it, and there was just something about that night. Because you remember, what's her name? Kalea was like,
Yeah,
Roderick, I was
it's
like,
hard.
right,
The thing is, I don't know how loud I'm sounding until I watch it back.
you were
So
loud.
I don't know.
You were
Yeah.
loud. Because when you were saying, what was the line again? There's
I
more,
forgot the line.
there's more
Oh yeah,
dead than
there's
more
more
dead,
dead than living than more dead
more
than
dead
gods.
than
So
gods.
something like that.
And
Yeah,
you said, and you were moving like, look at me. Like,
yeah.
hear what I'm saying. I was like, ooh.
I should have asked them to watch it back while rehearsing. It might have helped me a lot more to know how
No, but
loud I
you
am.
still did good because you spoke to
Yeah,
Kalia, which was good, and you still did good. For me, I think the more when the first time Kalia spoke to me, made me very nervous. I was like, "What am I
yeah.
doing? What do I have to do?" When I tried, and then after, I was like, "How was that?" She was like, "It was great." I just told myself,
It's great.
"Okay."
Just take her word for
That was it.
it.
Because I mean, she gave me the pointers. If I didn't do it, she wouldn't have told me, "Oh
Yeah, but
yeah,
just hope and pray that
it
you
was
do the
so
exact
great."
same
Yeah,
thing in the
exactly.
performance.
Yes, the same thing. But I think after a while, saying the same words all over and over again,
Yeah,
after a while, you're like, "So I'm
with the
tired
same
now."
volume as well.
Right, in the same
Yeah,
volume. But we held it together. We did.
yeah.
We were able to finish the whole performance. We did good. And another thing I think being in the reunion was to see that because I was dealing at the time, I felt like, oh, everybody else was doing
Dealing
good.
emotionally, of course.
Yeah, I didn't know, more like everyone was doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
But I was the only one struggling. But
yeah,
to see and hear that I wasn't the only one struggling. A lot of people were struggling as well, but we're all in it.
yeah.
There was
That's
something
the
very
thing. Yeah,
beautiful, about
it
that.
was interesting how relatable we all are.
Yeah, wow. I think that's also what got me emotional that day. That made me go, you know what? I just need
Yeah,
a minute. I need a because I think sometimes when we go through life, we forget that there are other people around us and
yeah.
other people
True.
have things, going on with them. It's not just you, just because you're not aware of it.
That's the facts. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't mean
so true.
someone else isn't struggling or someone else isn't going through, finding it hard as you're, finding things hard,
That's
basically.
the reason why we all be nice to each other.
Yeah,
Let's just be kind.
just be kind. And I
Yeah,
think, remember I said, I hope we don't become jaded because of how, like,
yeah.
lovely everybody was. And we're just going
That's
to
the
come
thing.
out of that expecting everybody's going to be nice.
No. It'll be interesting to see what is in another company, theater
Yeah,
wise. I don't know. It'll be
because
interesting.
with As You Like It, which is another play we were in before the Odyssey, with As You Like It, I felt like that was the best we could get, or
Yeah.
we couldn't get any better than that. But then we did the Odyssey and met just fabulous people. I wish that after the reunion, I didn't have to take off my makeup and wash my face. I would have kept my face.
For the longest time.
I would have kept it after going to Zoom and I was hi and just give me a peck on my cheek. I was like, oh my god.
Uh,
I love Zuben. He's like
oh,
lovely.
he's great. He's great.
He's great. He's so lovely,
Like
so
all
down to
professional
earth,
actors are great.
so
They're just amazing.
warm. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, not every actor is like that. You work
Yeah,
with
true.
some who gets, really cocky and they feel like, oh, what their time.
Yeah.
But we've met so many amazing ones who would like to share what they've learned,
Yeah,
speak
it's
to
interesting.
you,
It's actual dialogue.
right? And not
Yeah.
just, oh, hi, and walk off. An actual
Facts.
sit down, give you time of day. Speak, mind blown.
Agreed.
Well, we're not always going to get that, so we can't get it in our head that
It
everybody's
would be
always,
nice. It would be nice if that was the case. Sadly, it's not the world we're in.
that every co-actor we work with is always going to be lovely.
Yeah. It
No.
would be interesting though. Like imagine how it is compared to in theater compared to film and TV. It'd be interesting to know how it is.
I think, yeah, because not everybody as well. I think it goes both ways. Not
Yeah.
everybody in theater is humble and lovely and down to earth. The same thing for like in film and TV. Not everybody, you're gonna get the ones who are cocky and arrogant and feel like because they're where they're at, they don't have to deal with peasants.
Facts. Yeah.
you know,
Imagine peasants.
right? Peasants. Because-
That's crazy.
and that's not to say because they don't owe anybody anything, to be fair.
Yeah.
But you still have to be humble in that sense.
Yeah.
If someone comes up to you, most times you might not want to take a picture or whatever, but still, you can always say it in a nicer tone,
Facts.
if that makes sense. No,
I
I've
don't know
been.
how I'm not sure how you would say it in a nicer tone, but
No, you can
in the moment
because
anyway. In the
yeah, in
moment.
the moment you actually can because I've been at a premiere. Remember I told you the Twilight premiere
Oh
where
yeah.
they didn't want to take pictures and it was like it was, please, I'm sorry, very tired, don't want to take pictures, but I can sign something.
Yeah.
I can You can take a picture of me and I can,
Yeah.
sign whatever, but I won't come next to you and take a picture. You
Facts. Yeah.
respect
Facts.
that. I
Yeah.
saw a video of I can't remember what celebrity it was, but they were very nice. When fans wanted pictures to this whole big gathering, and they went, "I'm so sorry, I can't come close," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And the fans respected that. They were still cheering. I get it. Not everybody is always gonna be lovely. Like I said, they don't owe anything, but
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt to be kind
Yeah. It's
and be
always nice to just
respectful.
yeah.
I saw a thing before we started recording. I remember I told you I was getting emotional because I watched something. So I saw it was a YouTube short where the
Yeah.
guy is blind. He's begging. He's like, "Oh, I can't see. Please help me."
Oh
And people are
wow.
just walking away, like walking away, and nobody's putting money in the jar, whatever. And a girl comes by and she takes the sign and she changes it and she walks off. When
Uh
she does that, people start coming and
I think I've
when
seen
people are
this
coming back,
video.
people, yeah, are putting money in it. And then she comes back and I think she puts money or something, gives him a hug or something. And he's like, "What did you write?" And she goes, "Oh, just the same words, just I just changed it around. I think you read, the day is so beautiful, but I can't see it." And that made
Um
me just want to cry. And I was like,
uh
I remember looking at that like, well, in that way, that's gonna make people go, "Oh, that is sad."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
See, I
sorry.
feel bad
Rather
for saying
than,
this. I feel bad for saying this, but how did the blind man write the original sign?
I don't know.
Did someone
But
write it
maybe
down for
someone
him?
else wrote it for him and,
Ah,
to
okay.
help him, blah, blah, blah. But not the point of the story.
Yeah, it's not the point. I feel bad for pointing it out, but someone's going to point it out.
You're already thinking, oh, we're being scammed. We are being scammed.
I was just wondering, like, how did he write the original sign?
Not the moral of the story. Remove that because you see all those posts. I like how we got here. You see all
Yeah,
those posts where or others like social experiment people make, and you see some people saying, "Oh, they
yeah.
saw the camera. They saw the camera."
Facts, yeah.
I'm like, but even if you saw the camera, you still acted like a jerk.
Facts, yeah. It's true. They proved the point.
Right? I'm like, no, you just proved the point. So that's why it's called an experiment to see how people
Facts.
react. Not everybody sees cameras. Some people will just react, reactive, good or bad, to be fair. Good
Yeah.
and bad, so not good or bad, good
It
and bad.
doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly at the end of the day. So I think sometimes when we're in a certain environment, we can choose to take what we can from it.
Yeah.
And in saying that, did you take anything from being part of the community during the
Well,
Odyssey?
I took in wanting to, if it was possible, to redo the whole thing again. It would be cool if this to redo it all over again.
It was so funny. You're like, we do the whole thing. I want to do it all over again.
Because I heard that there's another uh performance going on or something like that. Maybe somewhere else. I'm not sure. Oh wait, no, they had one actually. I think people in Sutherland. Yeah, Sunderland had like a performance beforehand or
Yes.
somewhere. I don't remember, but I saw it on Facebook and Instagram, so that was cool. So it's nice that they continued to do
Yeah.
acting,
Yeah.
but for me, it's like I don't have that. I don't
Yeah.
have a continuation.
I, if, I think because they are in their own community
I don't
in that
remember
sense.
which place it was though,
Mm.
which community it was, but someone continued to do acting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Which is good because not all of us, I think, in the community are all, like, speak for myself.
yeah,
Acting isn't necessarily a thing that's a career wise choice for me because it's not really my environment.
yeah,
Or I still would like to act every now and again if the opportunity arises. I'd love to
yeah.
do that.
That'd be cool.
Not necessarily call it's not a hobby. I think it's more of it's part of my creative journey, basically.
Yeah,
We're both creative, so anything
that's
creative,
true.
I'm up for it. What you got?
Yeah, it'd be cool to just do something
Yeah,
creative like that again,
anything
though.
creative in that sense, and theater is part of that. And
Yeah,
you know, I like fashion, so costume design will be fun.
that'd be cool.
Be able
Would you make
to,
your own costume, like your own, I don't know, theater like costume?
that's a question.
Yeah,
That's something to think about. That's something I'm interested in. But
yeah,
to get into the field, I think it's a journey in itself.
yeah. Fair.
Because we've
That's fair.
asked questions in that, and it's more like volunteer, 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 basically,
Yeah.
which is all good and
Yay,
all. It's
volunteering.
all good and all, but how long do you volunteer for, basically? 5 years,
That's always the question.
10,
5 years is crazy though. 5 years is
15?
crazy. I feel like after 5 years you should be hired.
You should- I think if you're consistent in that sense, then definitely
Yeah,
you have to be hired. If not,
and get some kind of money.
who am I suing? I've been here for 5 years.
Yourself, you chose to be there. It's facts. Like you can only sue yourself. You wasted your own time.
That's so true. But is there, for you, is there any, because like I said, mine is costume design. That would be an area I'm interested in terms of the
Yeah,
theater. Because I mean, theater isn't our primary field, but
yeah.
what would you like to do
I would continue acting.
and
To be
act
honest,
now? Yeah.
yeah, I would continue acting.
That.
Cause like it's a lot more. I love the adrenaline that
Mm-hmm.
includes. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be cool to just do that. And also, it's nice to just learn the lines
Mm-hmm.
and then how see people's reactions to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you looked into, because we talked about this, you were gonna check like other theaters in terms of like
I did. So if hopefully, if the money is available, I'll be able to
mm-hmm.
travel
Yeah.
to said place when an event pops up. That is,
Oh, okay. You
yeah.
didn't tell me this, dude.
Hopefully,
You're just breaking this to me on the podcast.
yeah. Why not? Everything happens here.
Everything happens here at this point. But but I think it would be nice to have
Would you join another
another
theater?
play. Will I join it? I mean, we are part of the theater
I mean,
already.
like, would you join another one if the opportunity came up?
Yeah, like I said, if the opportunity comes, I will. It's not an if acting isn't, and because it's not my strong forte, really. But it is part of my journey as a
Yeah,
creative individual. I would like to do it every now and again. I think in
yeah,
the way public act does it, it's fine rather than me going looking for roles. I want to audition and be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and be so bad at it.
yeah,
No. So because well, although with public art we still kind of audition, but it's a different kind of audition because they
yeah.
kind of guide you through
It
it.
didn't really feel like an audition.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not
That's
gonna
what I
lie.
mean. Because whereas in other ones, no one's guiding you.
Yeah,
It's kind of sit, go, ready, go. And you have to, do it or you have to have prepared something beforehand kind of thing. So, but being part of the theater is really fun.
yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
That's quite nice.
Right?
Quite nice to see. It's quite nice to see the whole progress and like how we evolved throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And a
and then
lot
to
of
see the whole thing play out. It's nice.
I think in terms of like my confidence, that has improved a lot. Being
Yeah,
part of because it takes a lot of confidence to stand in front of a stage of how many people and
yeah.
perform.
A full house. It's
It
amazing.
takes guts, some
Yeah.
serious guts to do that. So you learn a lot about yourself as you go. I think that's why trying getting out of a comfort zone and trying out new things, that's what that does. A lot of self growth and also
Yeah.
self love and your confidence just
That's facts. Yeah.
skyrockets. Anything else to share?
Um, that's about it, really. Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to add?
Hmm. I don't think so. I would say this: if anyone's out there, you're thinking of trying anything new, as long as it's not dangerous and life threatening,
Or illegal?
right? um, I say go for it because you, in my experience, you learn a lot, either about
Yeah,
yourself or just about whatever you went into in general. So,
that's facts.
right?
It opens more opportunities for you.
Yeah. So go ahead, do it. Don't let that anxiety or fear talk you out of experiencing something great because
Facts.
speaking from experience, anxiety can be very scary. But conquer that fear and go for it and have fun. Don't forget,
And
always have fun.
wow,
What do we say in public acts? Brave
be brave, be generous, and be kind.
and be kind.
I believe.
So be
Yeah,
kind.
it's testing me here. I
We forgotten already. That would
be
have been a
generous,
good
be
way.
yeah, it's kind, right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
you say that. It would have been a nice way to end this off, dude.
Yeah, you know what?
Just,
Let's end it here, man.
you just ruined it.
You tested me,
You
man.
just ruined it. Okay.
Testing me on the spot.
Um,
It's crazy.
you know what? Let's just say be brave,
Yeah,
be generous, be
and be
kind.
kind. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
With that being said,
this is the end of this series. This is the end for series two.
yeah,
So I hope you enjoyed watching all what 6 episodes? How
yeah,
many
six
episodes is
episodes.
this season? 6 episodes.
There it is again. You tested me again. It's crazy.
We are getting really bad at this. We are getting bad.
You'll see the episodes when you see them.
Well, check out all the episodes. At this point, we don't know how many there are anymore.
We did so
Well,
many
enjoy
recordings.
series two, and if you haven't seen series one, go and catch up, and then start series two. And we'll
Yeah,
see you guys for series three in the summer,
yeah.
perhaps.
Hopefully.
Hope-
We won't be late this time. Don't worry.
yeah, we'll try
Won't be
as
late.
much. Life gets in the way, but we'll try as much not to be too late
Yeah.
this time. But take care of yourself and see ya.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Bye.